Have you ever wondered what really goes through her mind when you just vanish? Not the angry exit, not the dramatic goodbye, just complete radio silence. What we're diving into today will change how you see relationships forever. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. This channel delivers raw, unfiltered truth about human psychology and relationships. If you're here, you're already thinking differently than most people. Subscribe and join this community of clarity. Let's get straight into it. Number 1, disorientation. The moment you go completely silent, her entire mental framework breaks. See, she had you categorized. You were the consistent one, the reliable one, the one who always responded. Her brain created a pattern around your behavior. Now that pattern is shattered. She's not sad yet, she's not even angry, she's confused. Because humans operate on predictability and you just became unpredictable. She'll check her notifications expecting your name. It won't be there. She'll open previous conversations looking for clues. There won't be any. This disorientation is psychological friction, and friction creates heat. It creates a tension. It makes her brain work overtime trying to solve a puzzle that suddenly appeared. Number 2, the question loop. Here's where it gets interesting. Her mind enters what psychologists call a cognitive loop. Questions start firing rapidly. Did I say something wrong? Is he upset with me? Did he meet someone? Is something wrong with him? These aren't casual thoughts. They're intrusive. They interrupt her day. They pop up when she's working, when she's with friends, when she's trying to sleep. Why? Because the human brain despises unanswered questions. It craves closure. It needs resolution. Your silence creates an open loop in her psychology that her mind desperately wants to close. And the longer you stay silent, the more intense these questions become. Number 3, investigative mode activated. Now she becomes a detective. She's checking your social media, not just casually scrolling. She's analyzing. Did you post something? Who liked it? Who commented? Are you active? Are you viewing her content? She's looking for data, for evidence, for anything that explains this sudden shift. Most guys crack at this point. They see her viewing their profile and think, she's interested. So they reach out immediately. Big mistake, because the moment you respond, you give her the answer she was looking for. The investigation ends, the curiosity dies, the power returns to her. Stay invisible. Let the investigation continue. Let her wonder. Number 4, the realization of loss. This is subtle but devastating. She starts feeling like she lost something, even if she never fully wanted it. It's basic human psychology. We don't appreciate what's freely available. We only value things when they become scarce or completely unavailable. Your constant availability made you common. Your sudden absence makes you rare. She might not have thought about you romantically before, but now she's thinking about you differently. Not because you changed, you didn't, because your availability changed. Scarcity creates value, and you just became scarce. Number 5, control anxiety. Here's what most people don't understand about modern dating dynamics. It's not always about deep feelings. Sometimes it's about options and control. She liked knowing you were there. Not necessarily because she wanted to be with you, but because it felt secure, safe, comfortable. When you disappear, that security evaporates. She can't text you and get an instant response anymore. She can't check in and receive validation. She can't maintain that psychological safety net. And losing that control, even over something she didn't actively want, creates anxiety. Before we continue, if you're finding value in this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We post content like this regularly, and you don't want to miss it. Number 6, selective memory activation. This is fascinating. Her brain starts filtering memories differently. All the times she found you too available? Gone. All the times she thought you were too invested? Forgotten. Now she remembers the good parts, the times you made her laugh, the thoughtful things you did, the way you actually listened when she talked. This isn't her being fake. This is psychology. When something is present, we focus on its flaws. When something is absent, we romanticize its qualities. Your disappearance triggers this selective memory filter, and suddenly you're being remembered in the best possible light. Number 7, social comparison trigger. She starts comparing you to other guys in her life. The ones who text her, the ones who give her attention, the ones who are currently available. And here's the kicker. You start winning those comparisons. Why? Because you're the one who walked away. You're the one with boundaries. You're the one who isn't desperate for her attention. Every guy who's texting her right now, trying to get her attention, chasing her validation, they all remind her of what you're not doing. And that contrast makes you stand out. It makes you different. It makes you more attractive by default. Number 8, respect shift. This is the big one, the game changer. She might have liked you before. She might have enjoyed your company, but did she respect you? Respect comes from boundaries, from self-worth, from the ability to walk away when you're not valued. Your disappearance demonstrates all three. You're not begging, you're not explaining, you're not trying to convince her of your worth. You simply removed yourself from a situation where you weren't appreciated. That's powerful. That's masculine. That's respectable. And respect is the foundation of genuine attraction. Without it, everything else is shallow and temporary. Number 9, projection and imagination. Here's where your absence becomes even more powerful. She starts filling in the blanks with her imagination. What is he doing right now? Who is he with? How is his life improving? Is he happier without me? She's creating stories in her mind, and because human imagination tends toward worst-case scenarios when we're anxious, she's probably imagining you thriving, moving forward, completely fine without her. This projected version of you, the one she's creating in her mind, is often more attractive than the real version she knew, because she's filling in gaps with her own fears and insecurities. Your silence gives her imagination free rein, and her imagination is working in your favor. Number 10, the regret wave. This doesn't hit immediately. It builds slowly like a wave gathering strength offshore. At first, she convinces herself she doesn't care. You were too available anyway, too predictable, too invested. But that narrative starts cracking as time passes. She begins questioning her own choices. Did I take him for granted? Was I too focused on other things? Did I assume he'd always be there? This regret isn't about missing you necessarily. It's about realizing she had something genuine, real effort, real care, real consistency, and she didn't value it until it was gone. That realization cuts deep. Because regret isn't just emotional pain, it's the recognition of a lost opportunity that might not come back. The truth about disappearing. Let me be crystal clear about something. This isn't a manipulation tactic. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about making her suffer so you feel better. That's weak. That's ego-driven. That means you're still controlled by her opinion of you. Real disappearance is about self-preservation. It's about refusing to stay where you're undervalued. It's about choosing yourself. When you stay in situations where you're an option, not a priority, it destroys you from the inside. It erodes your confidence. It makes you question your worth. It turns you into someone unrecognizable, someone who begs for breadcrumbs of attention. No one respects that person. She definitely won't. So when you disappear, you're not playing games. You're setting a standard. You're declaring, I'm worth more than this. I don't need to convince anyone of my value. I'd rather be alone than disrespected. That energy is magnetic, not because it's manipulative, but because it's authentic and rare. What happens when she reaches out? This is where most guys fail the test. She texts, she says she misses you, she wants to talk. You think, it worked, she sees my value now. Maybe she does, but here's the real question. Do you go back to being the same person? The one who was always available? The one who dropped everything for her? Or do you remain the man who disappeared, the man with boundaries, the man who values himself? If you return to the old version, nothing changes. She'll lose respect again, take you for granted again, pull away again. Why? Because you taught her that your boundaries were temporary. Your self-respect was conditional. You'd always come back. If she reaches out, don't ignore her, but don't rush back either. Stay grounded. Engage with boundaries. Be open but not desperate. Interested but not available at any cost. Show her that the man who disappeared is who you really are now. Not a tactic, not a phase, the real you. And if she can't respect that version of you, she's not the right person. Make sure you subscribe to this channel right now. We're building a community of people who understand psychology, who value themselves, who refuse to settle. You're already here. Make it official. Subscribe. The deeper reality. Why does disappearing create these effects? Not because it's manipulative, but because it removes illusion. When you disappear, you're eliminating fake connection, one-sided effort, the pretense that everything was fine. Most relationships don't end because of dramatic fights. They end because one person was carrying all the weight, investing while the other coasted. And that imbalance kills attraction, respect, and desire. Your disappearance doesn't end something real. It ends something that was already broken. You're just honest enough to admit it. That honesty forces her to confront reality, to see what was actually happening, to feel the absence of your effort. And sometimes, absence is the only thing that creates awareness. This isn't about her, it's about you. Every minute you spend chasing someone who doesn't choose you is a minute stolen from yourself, from your goals, your growth, your peace. You can't get that time back. Disappearing is self-preservation. It's you saying, I matter, my time matters, I won't beg for a place in someone's life. When you operate from that place, everything transforms, not just with her, with everyone. You start attracting different energy, different people, different opportunities, because you're no longer operating from lack. You're operating from abundance, not financial abundance, emotional abundance, the abundance that comes from knowing you're enough, from knowing you don't need anyone to complete you, from knowing you can walk away and be perfectly fine. That energy is rare, and it's powerful. Final words. If you're thinking about someone right now, here's my advice. Don't disappear to hurt her. Don't disappear to create jealousy. Don't disappear as strategy. Disappear because you respect yourself, because you deserve better, because staying is damaging you. Then stay disappeared. Not forever necessarily, but long enough to rebuild yourself, long enough to remember who you are, long enough to stop measuring your worth by her attention. If she comes back, excellent, but only if she's coming to a man who's whole, grounded, who won't tolerate being second place. And if she doesn't come back, even better. Because now you're free to find someone who sees your value from day one. Someone who doesn't need you to disappear to appreciate you. Someone who matches your effort, energy, and respect. That's the real victory, not her regret. Your freedom, your peace, your self-respect. Everything else is just background noise. Disappear when necessary, not as a game, as a boundary, as a standard, as a commitment to yourself. Watch how everything shifts, not just with her, with you. If this resonated with you, subscribe to this channel right now. We're building a movement of people who choose themselves, think clearly, and move with purpose. You belong here. Subscribe, and let's continue this journey together.